I'm Mayari. We are here at Land's End Beach on Ohlone Land in San Francisco. I just made a palayok vessel out of foraged clay from this beach, foraged from the little creek bed over here. We basically just turned this clay into a vessel. I love that when I'm working with clay, my brain kind of can relax and just think and feel through everything that's happening in that moment, and it grounds me. I think that's my favorite thing about clay, is that I can kind of get into a state of flow and of creativity and expressing myself in a way that I just can't do with other things. So clay is really special for me, and I think people, well, especially working with clay in like a group setting, it really facilitates like conversations, and I think people who are working with clay together can kind of be able to just connect on a deeper level versus like, you know, try to network or do other things. Like working with your hands and working with clay just unlocks memories within all of us. We all work with clay in some part of our lives, in our ancestry, in our culture. So I think that's what people will definitely take away from working with clay. I think even just finding more community, finding friends, finding expression of their self is something that people
Do you have anything you want to accomplish by traveling to Switzerland and Austria?
I think while I'm in Switzerland and in Austria, I'm excited to meet different people in the diaspora who have similar experiences to me growing up in the States, but also trying to connect and reflect on, you know, what it means to be Filipino, what it means to be American, what it means to have both cultures within me, but also to go back to my roots and to be surrounded by people who have similar experiences that can help me also deepen my own relationship with my culture. There's so much beautiful like art and music and dance that's within our culture that I'm excited to tap into and learn more about through my trip to Austria, and to also share the wisdom of clay and just connect with people through clay and share my work in Austria with everyone. Ceramic artist, and we're at a beach where I've foraged clay from before, and I'm going to work with some clay today and make a palayok vessel.
Why do you like working with clay?
I like working with clay because it grounds me, because it allows me to get into a state of flow, to be able to express my creativity with clay has been something that's been really powerful in my journey, just as an artist and as a person.
How do you want to share clay with other people?
I want to share clay with other people through teaching and showing them the process of working with the earth and what's around us. this is my favorite teacher right here, is the clay. The clay holds ancestral memory. The clay holds a lot of lessons when you work with the clay. It teaches you a lot just in the process. You know, it teaches you about detachment, patience. It teaches you how to work with materials and not rush things and not allow, you know, yourself to get ahead of it. The clay is a very she speaks out loud is really what it is. Like the clay will crack and tell you did something wrong, and as much as you want to keep it peace and like make sure it like lasts, maybe it'll blow up in the kiln. So it teaches you a lot about detaching from an outcome and just allowing creation to guide you. And it's okay that the clay isn't perfect. It's okay if the clay or the sculpture doesn't come out. It's like the process of actually working with it, working through like your emotions, your thoughts. Kind of that still place when you're working with the clay is where I get my most like profound, deep thinking thoughts which come to me. And also finding the time to work with clay and working through the whole process of the clay of just like knowing when it has to dry, knowing when it has to be worked in a certain way, at what time. It's all intuitive, and it's all with your hands and with your feel, like how it feels. You can't really know anything else other than like actually just working with it. I do. It's called a bulul. And they kind of protect the land, especially like in the mountainous areas where they grow rice. This is something that they have as an ancestor, as a guide, as a guardian of their land to ensure safety of their crops, ensure that their land yields something to help them survive. I made this one with a little palayok on top of his head. And they usually are just kind of sitting in a spot. This one is a coconut that I made with the forged clay from this clay, actually, literally from the same beach that we're at right now. But now it's been fired twice, and the sand created like a shiny surface on it, and it's a little coconut in honor of my family who are coconut farmers. I also started to make flutes. Turtle. This is a piece that I made on the fall equinox of 2025, and I finished it in October. More show and tell. Keep going. I brought more stuff.